Okay. Would you rather be a pollywog? All about pond life. Oh, it looks like I might have missed a page, but no, it's not true. Never your house is a place. Sorry, I'll start again. Near your house is a place of which I am found. It's a body of water that we call a pond. I'm going to visit it. You can come too. Your mother will not mind at all if you do. The sunshine beats down, helping pond plants to thrive. The plants feed pond animals and keep them alive. From the top of the From the top to the bottom, I think that you'll see that this pond here is lively as lively can be. The smallest things here are so tiny, I hope you've thought to bring with you your new microscope. Come look at this slide where in one water drop, tiny algae plants float and animals hop. Spirulina. Spirulina. Amoeba. Yeah, amoeba. These living things feed a good range of creatures like freshwater snails and slippery leeches. With their teeth like files, snails scour and glean the algae off rocks. They pick them quite clean. Algae, freshwater snail. Leeches eat worms, way down in the muck. Leeches have muscles that help them to suck. Leech, worm. You might hear the buzz of insects around. A pond is a place where insects abound. Metamorphosis, which is shown on these pages, is one great big word for insects' life stages. This bug changes little from nymph to adult. Incomplete metamorphosis is the result. Incomplete metamorphosis. Adult, egg, nymph, circle. Complete metamorphosis. Adult, egg, larva, pupa, adult. Complete metamorphosis, see thing 2's chart, shows egg, larva, pupa, and adult, the last part. The life of this insect has 4 distinct stages. Can you see the changes that occur as it ages? Most pond insects bite. Water boatmen do not. As nymphs, they live down in the leaves and the rot. Breathing under the water is really no trouble. They swim to the top and drag down a bubble. When the air is used up before they can drown, they capture another and take it back down. Gosh. When they are ready to take off and fly, they swim to the surface and let their wings dry. This is a fact that will shock and amaze. Some insects live only 2 to 3 days. Before we leave insects, let's visit one more. It's called water strider. In fact, I see 4. With long legs, it runs on the water, and yet it doesn't fall in and it doesn't get wet. Its belly is waterproof. 2 middle legs row, 2 hind legs steer. You'll be happy to know. These insects are prey to the fish, frogs, and birds. Or of these, we'll go on now and say a few words. The sunfish can swim near the surface like so. The bullhead and darter both swim down below. Pumpkin seed teeth are so sharp they don't fail to crush shells and eat of the freshwater snails. A pumpkin seed fish. Interesting. Bluegill eat larvae, a fine fishy treat for crepe. The algae are tasty to eat. These fish should be wary. You want to know why? Kingfisher is catching from that tree nearby. Kingfisher bird. When the moment is right, and this is my hunch, it will swoop down and have some fresh fish for lunch. These ducks like to nest in the cattails on shore, laying 3 or 4 eggs, and sometimes even more. Then ducklings hatch out. They follow the mother, all in a neat line, one after the other. Ducklings are covered with soft, fuzzy down. Down helps them to float so that they won't drown. Mom teaches dabbling, drinking head over feet to fill up the beak with good food to eat. The grooves in their bills drain the water, you see, and the name for the grooves, why, they're called lamelli. At the pond you will meet, if you have any luck, a swan or a goose or a whistling duck. With swans or geese, get ready for this. Their voices may come out sounding more like a hiss. What is that sitting over on that fallen log? I think you can tell me. Of course, it's a frog. A frog lays her eggs in a clump, and that way the eggs seem too big to be eaten as prey. Inside of the eggs, the tadpoles grow the gills to breathe under the water, you know. In 2 weeks, more or less, out pop pollywogs. Tadpoles is the other name for the baby frogs. They try to blend in, look under those logs, and I think you will find at least 6 pollywogs. At 5 weeks, a pollywog changes some more. Hind legs pop out here where there were none before. Then frog legs sprout out from 2 lumps by its head. It loses its gills and it gets lungs instead. Its mouth and jaw widen, its tail starts to shrink. This pollywog looks like a frog now, I think. You may wonder what makes that loud croaking below. Bullfrog is the name of the loud croaking fellow. It puffs up and lets loose. It's the way bullfrogs say, "Don't try to eat me. I'm too big. Stay away."
I think that's the frog that has the poison.
You'll also find here something else rather cute. It's the amphibian that's known as the newt. An amphibian, just so you understand, lives part-time in water and part-time on land. The newt hides its eggs among the pond's weeds. Weeds offer protection a little egg needs. When the egg hatches open, a larva swims out. It lives in the water and swims all about. The larva gets bigger and turns into an eft. That's the red critter you see on the left. The eft crawls about on the land on its legs, but returns to the pond when it's time to lay eggs. Turtle buries her eggs on the banks in the spring. Eating bugs from the pond is her favorite thing. Most turtles bask in the heat of the sun. If you look on the rocks, I think you'll see one. Your mother is calling. It's lunchtime, I see. Tell me, which kind of pond life would you rather be? Of all that I've shown you, snail, duck, fish, or frog, I'll tell you right now that I'd rather be a pollywog.
I'd rather be a duck.
Okay. The end.